Hey there, my name is Tim. I'm the creative visionary and coordinator for Fun Zone Arcade. We have a location in Folsom, which was our first location, and we also have a new location that just opened up in Vacaville, California. If you haven't seen a walkthrough of our arcade, it's pretty bright. I'm actually here right now, just walking around, checking on some games. While I was doing so, I wanted to give a huge thank you and a shout out to Upwards Creative. Worked directly with Don over there. Don has been the best person to work with over the past few years. When we first met Don, we were not even thinking about doing a business like this, being this branded. We had a few arcade locations out to like movie theaters, bowling alleys, and stuff like that. And every now and then we had to get creative and put some custom art on an arcade. Sometimes we'd have a customer with a special request where they wanted to buy a machine from us, or we just needed to revitalize a machine completely and needed stickers and custom art that is no longer out there. And so the way we met Don was through a group called Folsom Chat, I believe it was. We posted on a few groups just basically seeking for an artist, someone that could work with us and get some things done, because we had worked with several artists before and they ended up either moving or leaving the job or just not being able to coordinate with us very well. And it became a little frustrating. It was kind of losing hope at one point that we wouldn't find someone that could work with us and really see our vision with certain things or understand what we were doing in general. So when we first met Don, honestly, I didn't have any high hopes. I was just like, all right, let's give him a shot. He reached out to us and replied to one of our asks, which the question was, anyone know that could do this type of art? There was a few suggestions. He wasn't on there at the time, I believe, but he found our post and contacted us directly, and the rest is history. And so from that point on, he made little stickers for us, every now and then for little small requests, and always got it right. And if he didn't, he would, communicate with us and ask us if we did get it right. And he's been great to work with, just to say the least. Anyway, moving on. After we met Don, and pandemic happened and stuff like that, we wanted to do something greater. We were noticing that a lot of our locations were going out of business, and our income heavily relied on these other businesses surviving. And so if they didn't make it, we weren't going to make it. So long story short, a bunch of those businesses didn't end up making it, unfortunately, and we ended up with an abundance of games that we had no clue what to do with. And my wife and I, we sat down and said, let's figure something out. And we just went to the drawing board and came up with some ideas, just trying to figure out what it is that we could do, what could we bring to the table. And so that's the time I reached out to Don and let him know, hey, we're cooking up something. We don't know, how far you can take it with us, but let us know what you can do. And that was the best decision that we ever made, because again, we're on our second location, super happy about it, and couldn't have done it without Don. Seriously, Upward Creatives, props to you guys, because you guys are true visionaries as well, and I don't have the skills and expertise, should I say, to vectorize and do all of that, nice, cool stuff when it comes to the digital art. But let's just say Don was really good about taking any vision that I had and making it a reality. He literally turned a dream into a reality, which is great. It wasn't just about making a little logo. It was literally about creating a brand. And that was beyond my expectations. So thank you again for that. I really appreciate that. That was super unexpected. And to this day, we're still working together, collaborating. He's the kind of person that knows that enough isn't always enough. We'll work on something will look good. Honestly, it'll look great, but then we still both have ideas to make it even greater, and he won't force anything on you either, which is awesome. He'll ask my opinion. Hey, what do you think about this? If I don't like it, he won't force it. But at the same time, he'll also tell me where he's coming from and why he's coming from that point of view. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Doesn't get offended. Awesome. Just best person to work with, which is really great. Other than that, like I said, I just wanted to give that huge shout out and thank you to him, because we seriously could not have done it without them. Don, thank you. Seriously. This has been truly a dream come true. I mean, you see the background behind me, like, wow. That entire map, that entire floor, Don did all of that. You know, anything that was in my mind, he made it a reality. Any little sketch I drew up, he got it down on paper somehow. Well, digitally, should I say. I mean, look at that. Beautiful. Every single logo, every single ticket, design. I mean, you name it. Not only that, not only did he help me work on the brand, but he helped me work on machines as over here as well. Things helped me create things that I couldn't have done on my own. No freaking way. Like, this is what the cabinet was originally supposed to look like. And then, well, except for the pads, obviously he created our little art for the pads. Did a little cool custom job for us there. And then turned it into this. Like, that's beautiful. And that is just one of many examples of things he's done for us for actual arcades, for things that he's done for us for the brand itself. Again, I can go on and on and on. I don't want to sound redundant. Just super appreciative. Really am. And yeah, thank you again. And I'll cut it there. Alrighty. Bye-bye.